everybody. Please do not swear. You're on Instagram. So we're here at Boltstorm.Wargaming with Scott, one of the proprietors. Say hello, Scott.
Hello, Scott.
Hello, Scott. And then with Matt, who's the creator of Elements of Power. Say hello, Matt.
Hello, Matt.
There we go. So we're going to try and take you through a game of Elements of Power. So I'm going to focus on Matt loads because, as you can see, Scott doesn't know what he's doing. Not a clue what he's doing. Matt knows the rules, you would hope, because he wrote them. So
I hope I know the rules.
So I'm just going to be a cameraman because these two gentlemen are much better looking than me. And let's go for it. So Matt, away you go. Camera's on you. Explain what the game's about.
Excellent. This is Elements of Power. It is a miniature skirmish battle arena board game. Functions very much like a war game, but with the setup and size of a traditional modern board game. What we're going to do today is walk you through a demo game, first to 3 victory points, so you can get familiar with the gameplay mechanics and see the game in the flesh, or in the card, as it were.
Sounds good. So this is the board. So it's so we've got the scenery on there, we've got the crystals which do play a part, you'll see in the game. I have played one game of it, I wasn't very good at it. And then we've got the miniatures which are painted by SJ Paint Slayer on Instagram, go check her out as well. And Scott's just walked off. It's got a customer, there's a customer there. So right, take us through what we do, how we set it up.
Excellent. So you set up the game, you set up the 2 foot by 2 foot board that the game comes with. The game will come with card scenery as well. You set up 4 buildings that are within 4 to 6 inches long, 2 to 3 inches high and wide. So we've got 4 of them set up. We're using Battle Systems card scenery today. However, the game will come with its own scenery that is still currently being finalised. The game also has 5 crystals that you see on the board. These elemental crystals act as objectives, but also play other parts in the game that you'll see in a little bit. The game is a draft between 6 heroes that we're about to do. So initially, before we start the game, we'll each roll off. The winner of a roll off on a d20 will draft their heroes first and go first in turn 1.
Okay.
Okay.
So let's see what Matt rolls.
Oh, 5.
5. And Scott with his normal rolls of... Scott goes first. Yes. Scott goes first. Excellent. So world exclusive, everybody.
I've rolled above a 1.
So we have a selection of heroes here to choose between. We will draft 3 heroes apiece. You'll select first, and then we'll alternate, going back and forth. Here we've got the core set of heroes with their miniatures on display, as well as the 7th miniature, who will be a crowdfunding bonus from our first hero pack, which is an expansion that will be available, called Tibbles.
So there's Tibbles, and the many variants of Tibbles. So
I'm really drawn towards Tibbles.
Scott's drawn towards Tibbles. Can be really good or really bad.
Yeah, we've seen Tibbles in action earlier on in the day, haven't we? But I'm not going to go for Tibbles straight away. I'm going to go for Rose.
Bit Rose.
I think. And we will pop Rose on the table edge there.
Excellent. So you place your hero along your board edge, then you select your character card for that hero, and then you select your powers. So when you select powers, the game comes with 5 powers for every single hero, and each power is worth a number of points. Every hero across the board gets 4 points to spend.
So there's your powers.
So I'll have a quick look at those now and see what we've got.
Once her loadout's been selected and she's good to go, I'll then draft my next hero, and then we'll alternate going back and forth until we've got a full team.
Okay, so what are you doing, Scott?
We're going to have Grasping Vines, which is a projectile attack. We're going to have an Elemental Storm, and I have 1 point left. I have no idea what any of these really do, but they just sound cool.
Oh, that sounds cool. That's the main.
Cool, real cool, Scott. That's real cool.
And we'll go with Bramble Armour as well. So that's my 4 points.
Well, that's 2 selected. It's over to Matt.
Excellent. I'm going to go with Bellario. The Sword Lord.
There's Bellario.
Going to place him, painted fantastically by SJ Paint Slayer. It's miniature.
I'll show Rose as well.
Let's get Rose in. There we go. Rose is in focus. Yeah, follow SJ Paint Slayer. She's trying to get to 10,000 followers. Let's see if we can get her there.
Amazing. So I've taken the powers Thrusting Strike and Disarming Blow, 2 very close range powers, but if I get them off, they can be devastating.
Kimmy Miniatures says smash him, Scott. No pressure. No pressure, Scott. No pressure.
Excellent.
So my next one I'm going to have to take Tibbles.
So let's
I'm going to have to take Tibbles.
get a close up of Tibbles. Let's get a Tibbles up onto the camera.
Why would you not want a magic?
Why would you not want a magic black and white cat with time powers? Why would you not take that?
Now, I watched a demo game earlier as one of our customers, and Tibbles was fantastic. Probably
Yeah,
won't work the same.
Tibbles
with
was
me.
fantastic against me.
Yeah.
I don't like Tibbles.
At the start of the day, Tibbles was part of his previous demo game, and he was sufficiently less fantastic.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah, he was, yeah.
So I've chosen Quantum Tibbles because that looks good, where you get multiple Tibbles. And we've got haste events as well, so we can.
So you will need to place one on the board edge, and then keep that second Tibbles in the back. You might need him, and you place him wherever you like.
Duplicate Tibbles.
Duplicate Tibbles. And these are Tibbles' clones. They may come into play depending on well Scott rolls.
Fantastic. I'm going to go with Nagmar. Big, beefy Nagmar.
So Nagmar's the big beefy tank guy.
Leader of his race, the Scarred. He is got the highest HP bracket in the game and deals the highest damage, but he is painfully slow. Until he isn't.
It's really good unless I've got him in a roll 1s and 2s.
Avalanche Lunge and Battle Hungry.
Okay.
Okay.
Amazing mobility, but also some healing capabilities that he might need.
So I think I'm going to go for Korax.
Korax.
Because I like
Korax in
dragons.
short. Korax is very good. There you go. She's disgustingly good, SD Paint Slayer. Not jealous of her painting skills at all.
Fantastic. So we will place Korax slap bang in the middle. We'll have a look at this card. What's he got? I have to take my glasses off because I'm old. And I refuse to get bifocals.
It's gripping stuff, this. Scott looking at his cards. What's he going to choose?
Talk amongst
So
yourselves.
everyone just talk amongst yourselves in chat. If you've got any questions in chat, just feel free to ask them.
Just picture really intense, dramatic, ominous
Yeah,
music.
we should play some, edit some music in later. Dun, 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 dun.
Ooh, roll 5 dice. I like rolling 5 dice. There we go.
There we go. We're done. So that's
I am
so
chosen.
just final selection from Matt now.
Summon Power, Flame Breath, and Volcanic Disruption. Good choice.
We are playing Elements of Power JT Drop 777. It's going on Kickstarter when? Is it autumn?
So, autumn this year, we're going on a Gamefound. That is the plan. We'll be having a campaign preview go up live next week. However, head to our social media, Elements of Power, on Instagram, Facebook, and Discord. And our website is elementsofpower.co.uk. That's where you can find all the information about everything that we've got coming up this year.
There we go. And if you've missed that, you can watch it back on Instagram, and it will be on YouTube once I can get St. Celestine to edit it for me.
Excellent. And I've picked Osric. Very, very peaceful Zen spatial displacement frog, as you do. So, we've all drafted our heroes. We're ready to go. So, before the first game turn begins, we all draw and assign a random victory card to each of our heroes.
Okay.
So everyone gets a victory card. Instead of there being a battle plan or a predetermined set of victory conditions every game, things we have to achieve, in Elements of Power, you get a random victory card for every hero to begin with. Once everyone's got one, we turn them face up, and that is the victory condition. That is what you have to do to achieve victory. You need 5 victory points to win. If the conditions of a card get met, for instance, Osric's first card is be the only hero within 1 inch of the Earth Crystal when activating.
Oh no.
Well, what have you got, Scott?
For those that know me, that is just impossible.
Have any member of your party of heroes roll a natural 20 on any dice roll, excluding the turn priority roll? Oh dear.
I'm never going
Oh dear.
to score that.
Excellent. If you achieve a victory card, place it face down in a pool next to you. Then, in a following turn, you'll redraw a new one for that hero at the beginning after the priority roll. Once you've scored 5 victory cards, you've got 5 points, you've won the game. Or you win the game if you entirely eliminate your opponent's party of heroes. So, let's begin. First game turn. We draw an elemental event. Every turn an elemental event is drawn, which adds a really interesting twist, modifier, or multiplier into the turn. All heroes' movement stats are half this turn, rounding up.
Okay.
Things have gotten a little slow. Okie dokie. And did you win the roll off initially?
I did indeed.
So you will be
Scott goes first.
Distances are measured in inches, and you have a selection of actions that you can take every turn.
Okay. Here we are. Hero.
So you can either move, attack if you're within an inch of an enemy hero, throw, perform one of your powers, which are the cards that you selected in your loadout at the beginning of the game, or you can recover, which is to not take any other actions and simply heal D6 in health, damage that you may have previously suffered.
Right, so I'm going to activate Korax first. So we're down to half movement, aren't we? So he's normally got 6, so he's down to 3. I'm going to double move him then.
Yep, because you can perform the same action twice, and you perform your actions in any combination.
So he's going to move 6 inches instead of 3. We're on half movement this turn. So that is him done.
That's Korax done. So now we'll alternate back over to me, and Korax will have an activation token placed on his card just so that we can keep track.
Lovely, thank you.
It's especially essential now that we've got Tibbles in play, as he can hasten events, reactivating or activate other heroes in his party, or activating them out of sequence, which is just the worst. Okie dokie, over to me. So Nagmar doesn't care about the move action because he has Avalanche Lunge. He's going to attempt to perform a power. So when you perform a power, you roll a d20 and you have to meet or beat your power stat on your stat block on your hero card. I rolled a 13, I'm 1 shy. That is painful. You can attempt to perform the same action twice, so he will. He wants to do it again because he really wants to get to Korax. And he gets a 14, it's bang on. Now, the only tokens that are universal to all characters, other than damage tokens for suffering damage, are power tokens. Power tokens are really important. You receive them for suffering instances of damage, but you also get them for successfully performing your power actions unmodified. I say unmodified because once you've got power tokens, you can spend them to modify dice results or to perform powers if spent in blocks of 3. Spending 3 earned power tokens before a dice roll just resolves the effect of the card, as stated, without the need to roll any dice. Okay, so Nagmar gets a power token. Nagmar resolves the effect of Avalanche Lunge, which reads, target any visible enemy hero. Nagmar immediately moves into combat with the target and deals 5 damage to them.
Crikey.
So not only did he just do that, but he just dealt 5 damage to Korax. However, he might not suffer the full 5. Every hero has a resistance stat. Whenever anyone suffers any instance of damage, if it's greater than 1, you can reduce it by half, rounding up, simply by rolling a dice on your resistance stat and meeting and beating that number.
Which is the shield here.
It is indeed.
So we need a 14. We get a 16.
Oh yeah, so he's good. So he only takes half damage rounding up, so Korax suffers 3 damage from Avalanche Lunge, and he gains a power token for receiving an instance of damage.
So we get 1 power and 3 school damage.
I'm going to take that particular shot while we take that particular shot. So let's see if I can
Those are good. I've just noticed those as well. These
Yeah, so
the multiple damage token ones.
Exactly. So for groupings of 5 damage, you have the 5 damage token there,
excellent. Good
and then
idea.
for groupings of 3 power tokens or greater, you have the 3 power token.
Yeah, brilliant.
Helps your card to get a little less cluttered when things get crazy, which they will almost immediately. And that's Nagmar activated. That's him done.
Okay, back to me. Right, I think we're going to do Tibbles things.
Tibbles things, Tibbles doing Tibbles things.
Oh, it's a shame. However, so it's. I'm going to put that there.
Right, Mike, remind me which is the dark crystal. Is that the centre one?
Dark crystal is the center. Then you have your air crystal, your water crystal, the earth crystal, and the fire crystal. Different victory cards or powers in the game or events might affect or interact with those in different ways.
Right, so we're going to activate Tibbles, and we're going to do Quantum Tibbles, because it's just cool. So we get to generate another Tibbles.
So we're going to generate more than 1 Tibbles if you can get it off. But Tibbles is quite good at that. Even for you, Scott.
Having the best power stat in the game, Tibbles is most likely to get this off. So on an 8 or higher.
8 or higher, here we go. And Scott does Scott things, he rolls a 5.
So I'm going to try and do that again.
So we're going to try again. We need an 8. What was that?
It's
Another
another.
5! Way, another 5.
So Tibbles isn't doing Tibble things.
Tibbles is doing
In
nothing.
typical Tibble's cat fashion, he just sits and licks himself and ignores you. And it's back over to me.
Tibbles has genitals to clean.
Let's see, yeah, Belario's just going to activate and double move, and it is half rounding up, so he's just going to go 6 inches forward, and that's him done, as his movement is half by the event this turn.
I'll have a token for Tibbles. Tibbles not doing anything. And then we're over to Rose. So,
Look at his furrowed brow.
I know. I'm
Really thinking hard about
thinking.
this one. Pressure is
Cogs are
on.
turning. Right, what movement has Rose got? Rose has got 5. Wow, she's not very quick.
Is that a dress? She's tripping up over it.
I think we'll double move Rose. So we can go 5. Who's that one? Matt, thank you. Rose is going to shimmy around the corner here.
Remember, it's half rounding up, so with a single move action, she could go 3 instead of 5.
Okay, so we can go an extra inch with Rose.
She'll go an extra inch, and then that's her full activation.
Right, wonderful. Well, that was Rose done.
Fab, so I've just got Osric left. He just wants to get to the Earth Crystal. And my movement is half. Now, Osric's got the best move stat in the core set at 8. Not the best in the whole game system, but definitely best in the core set. So, if he double moves, he can get to there, and he'll end there. And that'll be my first turn with you. That is that done. We remove all activation counters. And now we are ready to roll off to see who can go first in turn 2.
That's a full 14.
Better than my 7.
And that's a 7.
Twice as good. So over to you first. There is a new event. We would redraw victory cards if anyone had scored any so far. No one has. So the new event is the amount of damage that heroes suffer this turn is doubled.
Wow.
Double damage round.
Oh, that's interesting.
Devastating to get later in the game. Not as punishing for some of the heroes, but I think Korax and Nagmar might have a fun turn.
So, I think I'm going to have to activate Korax first, and we'll have a look how combat works. So, let's see what we can do damage with. I think for his first activation we will do Fire Breath onto...
Yeah, sure thing. So he needs to roll a d20 and meter beat 13, which is his power stat.
Right, okie dokie. Easy.
Easy. Oh, he's done it. 14.
14.
So because you made the roll for a power action, give yourself a power token,
Lovely, thank you.
and then resolve the effects of the card.
So, pick a point within 4 inches of Korax. All heroes within a 2-inch area of that point suffer 4 damage each.
Yeah,
But will that be doubled because of our event?
it will.
Right.
It will be doubled. Also interesting, Korax activated, and due to the double damage round, when Korax activates, he has a passive ability. Every character has a special ability that characterizes their character in some way, shape or form and can help to synergize with some of the other powers they might have. That's Osric's, but Korax's deals a damage to everyone within 2 inches of him. That's doubled to 2. Typically, Nagmar reduces incoming damage by 1, but that 2 damage would actually deal a damage to Nagmar. So Nagmar's suffered a damage just for Korax activating, and then you got the power off for Fire Breath.
It's 4 damage, but
it's
obviously
up
that's
to 8.
doubled, so that goes up to 8.
Well, I need to roll resistance now. So, I failed that. Yeah, I'm going to take it. I take the 7. So I would take 8, but Nagmar automatically reduces incoming damage by 1, so I reduce it down to 7.
Well done, Korax. Right, he's still got another.
Another one.
He's got another action. And I got power from suffering.
Right, okay, I've done something silly there, but we won't worry about that. I should have moved first, but we won't worry about that. Right, I'm going to...
So when you're within an inch of an enemy hero, you're counted as being in combat. All that means is that you're now able to use certain powers that specify being in combat. You're now able to perform an attack action. which is being in a hand-to-hand fight with someone. And the only other thing is, if you wish to leave combat with an enemy hero, unless stated otherwise, you have to use 2 actions to make a single move action away. Meaning to retreat from Nagmar, Korax would have had to have used his full activation to make a single move out of combat.
Right, so I think we will just attack you, strike you. So what are we looking for here, Matt?
So we both roll a d20 in an attack action. We then add our attack stats to the result. Whoever has the highest result hits. They then deal d6 plus their attack stat and damage.
Oh right, crikey. Okay.
That's a 1.
Well,
That's a 13.
so Nagmar gets 18 in total, which beats your 5 in total. You can plus power tokens to this to add +1 per power token spent to the result.
I need a lot of power tokens.
You don't have that many. So I believe I win that, meaning that Nagmar is now going to deal d6, which is 3 plus 5 damage, which is attack stat, doubled to 16.
Oh, that might be Korax dead then.
So Korax can make a resistance roll to try and save himself, otherwise Korax has just sealed his own fate.
Oops. Okay, so we need a 14 here. Oh look!
That's a 1. So bye-bye Korax.
Korax, sadly.
That's Korax dead.
That's Korax out the game. And that was your activation, so over to me.
Well done. It's going well.
Well, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? Yeah, Bellario is just going to move. He's just going to move there.
Oh, Mark, can I just check something before I remove Korax?
Of course you can.
One of my victories. I don't think I am. No, I'm not. One of my victory cards is kill any hero, friendly or enemy, while they are within 3 inches of the Dark Crystal. That was just out, so we won't
Yes,
say
it's interesting one. So certain heroes, depending on their alignment in the narrative, are able, with their powers, to attack friendly heroes. It is completely possible to kill yourself in this game. However, in that instance, even though you instigated the attack action, it was still Nagmar that killed you. The killing blow came from Nagmar, so it wouldn't have achieved that victory card. But there are circumstances where you can full-on achieve victory cards, such as losing an attack, suffering damage, or killing an enemy, or killing any hero by killing yourself. It is possible. So Bellario moved and passed, and that is his turn. Over to you.
Right, so let's see if Tibbles can do Tibbly things.
So what are we doing? What's
8
Tibbles
up.
doing?
We need an 8.
Got 5 again.
Tibbles just likes 5.
Loves the 5. We're going to go again. Need an 8.
Hey!
That's a
There we
16.
go. So we're going to generate another Tibbles.
You will generate the Tibbles and gain a power token for performing the power.
Okay, thank you. We are... Where shall we put Tibbles?
What victory card does he have? Get a nat 20. Anyone in your party get a nat 20, but still.
Not going to happen. We will
Where's the second Tibbles going?
put Tibbles. Oh, I really want to put him in the middle, but I know he'll die. Oh!
This stream also called Scott getting confused a lot.
Yeah. Do you know what? I'm going to pop Tibbles over here.
Interesting. So out of line of sight from all of my heroes.
Yeah,
apart from
I'm just going to...
Can Nagmar see him?
Nah.
He's a...
No, Nagmar's quantities are building in between them.
We're going to use Tibbles to be in lead. So I think that's Tibbles done.
I mean, the first Tibbles has a second action, and then this Tibbles will have 2 actions.
Oh, right, cool.
So Quantum Tibbles, you immediately place a second Tibbles into the arena. You then continue with any actions or activations you have as normal.
That was your second activation to bring that Tibbles in, because I failed the first one.
You failed the first one, of course,
Yeah.
so then this Tibbles now activates as normal.
So he's got 2.
Happens during Tibbles' activation turn, but activates independently, but shares his health pool. Meaning if one dies, they both die.
Right, okay.
They are both him,
Yeah.
as he is everywhere.
Tibbles is everything and everyone.
All at once.
So Tibbles I don't know if you can move him for me, please, Matt.
Scott, you've been called.
If it's not fab, just pop round to me.
Sorry. What was that? I didn't catch any of that.
If you got 5, can you pop round to
Oh,
us?
right, okay. Matt, could you save me leaning over the table? Could you move Tibbles his full movement of which will be 10, just around the back of the house here? Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Out the way of everyone.
Yeah. Tibbles is just going to sneak behind there, and that will be Tibble doing Tibbly things.
Okay, I've got Osric and Nagmar left. Nagmar can't see anyone. What does he want to do? He wants to get everyone towards the same crystal. That's doable. So Nagmar's just going to move. And then he's going to attempt a recover action. Nagmar's passive, rock solid, also means he heals 1 HP every time he activates. So he's going to heal 1 damage. He's just going to move, and then he's going to wait there. And then, have you activated with everyone now?
I've got Rose to go.
Just Rose left. So she has bramble armor, which would have been amazing at saving all that damage Korax took. In hindsight.
Right, so.
Just get some food, Scott.
Okay, mate. Right, we're gonna move Rose up as 5 inches for her first action, and then I'm hoping I'm within.
You know what now?
No.
So you should be within range if you wanted to use Grasping Vines.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
To probably either of them, definitely Osric, or you could use Bramble Armor if you did want to use a power.
I think, I think we'll use Bramble Armour. I think we'll use that. Do we have a token or something to put on that?
You will have a Bramble Armor token, but first you've got to make your roll of a 12
yes,
or higher
of
for
course.
Rose to perform it.
Which is a 12, yeah.
It's a natural 20.
Whoa!
Don't you get a victory point for that?
Yes! Tibble's achieved his victory card, so you got your first victory point of the game, first victory point anyone scored.
I rolled a 20.
You get your Bramble Armor token.
Well done, Rose. Rose is
No.
my new favourite.
When a natural 20 is rolled, you get an additional power token for the hero that rolled it.
Oh,
so
right,
not
wow.
only do you get a power token for performing the power, but you get a second one for rolling the nat 20.
Excellent. Thank you.
She's feeling jazzed up.
Well done, Rose. And that is me, good sir.
Excellent. I just have Osric left, and Osric is simply going to move there first, scoring Nagmar's victory condition of having his whole party of heroes within 1 inch of the same crystal. My whole gang's around the dark crystal now, so that's my first victory point as well. And for Osric's second action, he's going to use Mirror Magic. 18. That goes off. Osric gets his token, power token, for it going off. And then, let's read what Mirror Magic does. Osric may immediately use the power of any visible player hero within 12 inches, as though Osric were the named hero on the card using the power. This can't be used on powers that require special tokens or miniatures other than damage or power tokens. Meaning, I'm going to use Grasping Vines,
Ooh.
and I'm going to put Rose
Oh no.
right there.
Well. Rose may be okay. We'll see.
And Grasping Vines does deal damage if it targets an enemy hero, so that's 2 damage to Rose, which is double to 4. Can she resist?
We have you need a 16 or higher. No.
No.
But in either case, Bramble Armor's active. So, Bramble Armor wholly negates the next instance of damage to your party, meaning tokens removed, but you don't suffer the damage. So I've knocked the Bramble Armor off there, I've chipped it away. That does mean, though, that you're now no longer protected by it.
We need Bramble Armour back.
And that's Osric done. So that's everyone done, I believe. Ready for turn 3. Just so you know, now that we're all near some crystals, let me reiterate the crystals. So the corner crystals all deal 1 damage with their raw elemental energies to any hero activating within 1 inch of them. The dark crystal in the centre grants a power token and grants 1 HP recovered to any heroes activating within 1 inch of it. It's a great place to be. Sadly, we both think that, which can lead to shenanigans. So, let's have a roll off for turn 3. Okay.
Natural 20.
Oh my word.
2 natural 20s in a row.
When I have 3 of them, I could
Hopefully this is the peak. Of
This never happens.
Is the sky darkening over?
It's there's the full moon out. There's a total eclipse outside. It's all gone dark.
So like I said before, natural 20s grant power tokens. If you roll it for the priority roll, you grant it to the hero of your choosing. So you can give a power token to whoever you want.
I'm going to give one to Rose because
Excellent.
I want stuff to go off. Oh, I need another victory token. That's
So
to
you not
you,
only,
sir.
we both need new victory cards, which happens after the roll off, and then before anyone activates, let's get a new event in play. The new event this turn is +3 to dice rolls for power actions made by heroes this turn. Meaning that all our powers across the board are much easier to perform.
Brilliant.
Especially Tibbles, who now performs things on 5s.
Yes!
His favourite number.
Good old Tibbles. Right, so I think we need to activate Rose first.
Yeah.
Because she might be in a bit of trouble. Now I'm going to spend my 3 power tokens. Where am I?
So you could spend 3 to automatically perform a power,
What am I?
or you could do something different.
I think I'm going to spend those so I can guarantee getting Bramble back on.
Excellent. There you go. So there's your
Lovely,
ramble.
thank you. And then for her second action, we are going to try and cast Elemental Storm. If Rose is within... No, I can't do that. I'll take that back.
Yeah, I specifically placed you outside of an inch.
It's almost like you know the game.
It's almost like you wrote the game. Almost.
So I think it might be useful. Am I in combat now?
You're in combat with Nagmar, you are, yeah.
Okay.
Just Nagmar.
I'm in danger.
Rose is in trouble.
Definitely is. If you just joined us, the big scary golem is going to smash the little lady if he doesn't move out of the way.
Oh crikey! Right, I think we're just going to try Rose in combat.
Just an attack action? Sure thing.
It might be a big mistake.
Bramble armor's up, so even if you lose, you're not taking any damage.
Yeah, it's worth it. It's worth it. Oh my word!
What'd you get? Another. Oh, I only rolled a 5. I was very, I wasn't hopeful, but it's a successful 5. So that is going to be d6 plus 5 damage. That's 8 damage onto Rose, but Bramble armor negates it.
Well, we've lost the Bramble armor. Okay, that is Rose. Done. Not long for this world.
Rose return.
Poor Rose.
So +3 to your power. Power actions are quite easy right now. We have got. Belario's going to activate. His victory card currently is be the only hero within 1 inch of the Dark Crystal when activating. Maybe it's not best to activate him right now. I have a different plan. I'm going to activate Osric. Osric's going to activate and he's going to move. He's going to make a move action to go outside of 1 inch of the Dark Crystal. Then Nagmar is then he will use a throw action. So throw action is where you can move any hero within 1 inch up to the acting hero's attack stat in any direction. Meaning Osric is going to pick up big boy Nagmar over here and move him 2 inches in any direction from where he stands. So Nagmar's going to go over there now. And that will be Osric's activation. He ran over and lifted him up. Just so that it primes Bellario to get his victory card next. Unless someone else can be within 1 inch of that crystal. As his card is be the only hero within 1 inch when activating. Meaning he had to get Nagmar and Osric out of the way.
Okay. Right, we are going to have to. We need a victory point. Right, okay. So Tibbles to go. Tibbles is going to move towards the water crystal to be within 1 inch of it.
Ah, yes, he's obscured from my vision. I almost forgot you have both Tibbles in play.
We have both Tibbles
Another
in.
Tibbles is over there.
So that's one of his actions done.
He's got a second action, that water crystal. Tibbles, what does he want to do?
I've got line of sight on Rose now, unfortunately. I don't think Tibbles can do a lot more where he is. What can Tibbles do?
So, you can attempt to perform a power, but you can't use hasten events, so you can't see anyone. Can't
No.
Quantum Tibbles has already got his second in play. He can either now move again, pass, and that's it.
Yeah,
That's all he can
we'll have to pass with that Tibbles. Then we have a second Tibbles.
We do. We have Tibbles over here by this building near the air crystal.
Now, Tibblers, can I get him? I don't think I've got the movement to get him, Matt,
He's got a total of 10.
around the back to get close to you, have I?
You could go
On a-
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then another 5 from about here. He could get to the crystal if he moves and moves.
I think
He can just get within an inch of the
yeah.
crystal.
I think we'll do that then, please, Matt.
Yeah.
We'll if you can move him.
So Tibbles abruptly charges into combat with Bellario.
Tibbles has been brave, but he may also stop a victory. Right, okie dokie. So that is the end of Tibbles, both Tibbles.
Okay.
Oh, yes.
And because I'm within 1 inch of the water crystal,
Right, so what?
Was that when you activate it? Because it's when activated.
no.
But next turn, he's primed
Next
for
turn,
that.
yes.
Just like Bellario was. So instead of activating Bellario, I'm going to activate Nagmar. And I'm going to try and counter what you've just done to me. So ignore Bellario for now. Let's use Nagmar. Now, his passive is he heals 1. So he's going to heal 1 damage. Okay. Then what Nagmar's going to do is spend 3 power tokens he's earned over the course of the game to automatically perform one of his cards. He's going to perform Avalanche Lunge. Avalanche Lunge is target any visible enemy hero. Nagmar immediately moves into combat with the target and deals 5 damage to them.
Oh, Tibbles!
So he's just going to come on over here and move into combat with them. So he'll move out of an inch of the crystal, but within an inch of Tibbles, and deal 5 damage to Tibbles.
Can I resist that?
You can resist, yeah. So you can make the save there.
We'll give it a go. Now, Tibbles,
It's not very resilient.
no. We
Only
need an
count.
18 here to try and...
12.
It was
6
so very
away.
close.
So that's 5 damage and a power token to Tibbles.
So we will take 5 damage on Tibbles there,
Power.
and a power. Okay,
And now Nagmar is going to use the throw action.
poor second Tibbles.
Dealing no damage with the throw action. He could attempt to kill Tibbles, but that's not guaranteed. Tibbles has beaten Nagmar in far too many fights this week. I'm looking at you, SJ Paintslayer, and your ridiculous shenanigans. So I am going to just use a throw action to move Tibbles an outrageous 5 inches, getting you out of the way. Just pop me back where I was, and that's Nagmar activated.
Right, okay.
Are you done with everyone?
I am done with everyone, mate.
And
Yeah.
Bellario will activate. He'll be the only hero activating within an inch of the Dark Crystal, gaining me my 2nd victory point.
Yeah, but that's...
And then he's going to move and attack Tibbles.
Oh, Tibbles!
There's another Tibbles.
I got 3 for my attack action, so a total of 7. Can Tibbles beat 7?
Come on, Tibbles!
Attack Tibbles for the win.
Yes, Tibbles!
It's an 8.
Plus my 1 will make it a 9.
I have no power tokens. I cannot beat that total. Meaning, Tibbles wins and deals 1, a whole 1 plus d6 damage to Bellario as he beats the Master Duelist in combat.
6! It's a 6!
Murder Tibbles for the win. Okay, I'm going to make a resistance roll. Actually,
please don't.
Well, before I make a resistance roll, Bellario has a special ability that we haven't come across yet. Bellario loves attack actions, you see. So Bellario has counter. When Bellario is on the losing side of an attack action, after damage is rolled, but before resistance, roll a dice. Ah, I failed. But on a 15 or higher, any damage I would have suffered would have been inflicted back onto you anyway. Because I can counter and repose any damage that would have come to me.
Okay, cool.
But I failed. It didn't happen. And I had to roll for resistance. And I failed. It didn't happen. Meaning that Bellario suffers the full 7 damage from Tibbles.
Good old Tibbles.
What even?
So the big guy with the swords got beaten by a cat.
Yeah.
Just be clear.
Yeah, that is what actually happened. And that's his turn. That was Belario's turn. That's what I did to myself.
Well
So
done.
we'll remove all those activation counters and head over to turn 4.
Yeah, that's the way I read it. I'd get 2 turns. Yeah, but I mean that's what I expected.
I got 14 for the priority
Okay.
roll.
I also get 14.
Oh, it's a draw.
In that case, we re-roll.
Okay.
So Scott,
If it's incorrect,
5.
17. So
That's a 17.
over to me. Let's give Bellario a new victory card here. Kill a hero.
Matt, sorry.
Oh, yes.
This is from the last round. Be on the winning side of an attack action in combat.
Who you
Yes,
did that?
Tibbles would have scored that.
No, because that was specific to Korax, and Korax has also been dead for a fair bit.
Okay. Listen, it's worth a go, isn't
It was with a try.
So Bellario's new victory condition is kill a hero, either friendly or enemy.
Oh, Tibbles!
He's gunning for Tibbles this turn, I'm not gonna lie.
Tibbles!
He wants revenge. Juicy cat-shaped revenge. So, have you got your victory cards? You're good? Then let's draw
yeah.
the event. So the new event this turn is heroes activating this turn while elevated on terrain cannot choose to leave the terrain piece they activate on. Luckily, we're all good.
Yeah.
That one can be a bit...
So over to you.
It is over to me. It's me first. Bellario's going to activate first, and he's going to attempt to perform Vengeful Blitz. He's not going to chance an attack action again. He's not going to take that risk. He's seen what happens, and it stings. So, he's going to roll for a power. He performs the power. And unfortunately for Tibbles, Vengeful Blitz reads, target a single visible enemy hero in combat with Bellario. Deal damage to the target equal to the amount of damage Bellario has currently suffered. So what that means is that Tibbles now suffers damage equal to what Bellario has suffered, which is 7. Make a resistance roll.
Come on, Tibbles.
18. Here we go. Natural 20. Oh no.
So you could pass it if you spent the 2, taking that 7 damage down to 4 as it's half rounding up. But I think that still kills him.
Yeah, that still kills him. Tibbles!
As Tibbles, like all cats, only has 9 lives.
That's an X Tibbles. Take your Tibbles.
So both Tibbles go then.
But they're both Tibbles, so yeah, they both go.
Oh, Quantum Tibbles.
It's not down to Rose again. It's just down to Rose. It always seems to come down to Rose. Can she carry the day?
That's not the first time today that's happened.
That's the second time today that's happened.
Yeah. Right, and that was Belario's first action, so his second action is simply... Oh, and he got his victory card. Kill someone, either friendly or enemy.
Okay, well done.
So the current score is 3 victory to 1.
3-1.
And just Rose holding in it for Scott's team. Just
I've
Rose.
seen bigger comebacks happen. Is
the comeback on? There's a comeback on now.
It's an underdog story. I'm loving it.
Rose needs to come back. She's only got to kill a frog, a monster, and a duelist.
Big lava
That's
hot
all
monster.
she's got to do. She's just got to kill
Okay.
those people.
Right. Rose needs to...
Rose needs to run.
Yeah, but Rose... Oh, crikey. Right, we're going to try and put Bramble Armour on Rose first. So we need a 12. We have no tokens to help with that. We get
a 14 there. You got a 14,
Get
so that's
that
Bramble Armour on.
back on.
And give her a power token for making that roll.
This could be it now. This could be the
is it.
change. This is it now. It's coming back. It's going to end 5-3 to Scott. It's coming.
Right, so we're going to try and also cast Elemental... Am I... No, I'm out of an
You
inch.
haven't moved yet.
Blimey.
You could attack Osric. I mean, he's fairly squishy with only an attack stat.
It's
2
just
and
a
12 health.
frog, Scott. It's
Yeah,
just
we're going
a
to
frog.
attack the frog.
We're going to get the frog.
We're going to attack the frog. We need to do something.
I rolled a 5.
A 5.
That's a 7 in total. on my
7.
side.
That is a 16.
Oh, nailed it.
Plus her 3 attack.
19.
That's
Well
19.
done,
So she's the comeback's on now.
So D6 plus 3 damage to Osric.
That's another 6.
Oh, I need to make this resistance roll of 17.
And he fails.
Osric, that is 9 damage.
Matt, I'm going to say now, I'm stealing this D6 die. I never roll 6s on D6.
Today.
You can.
Today's the day.
Yeah, I know. Right, so well done, Rose. And that is Rose done, mate.
Yeah. That's the game. Okay, so now it's over to me. I've got the whole game.
This is where she's going to get murdered, death killed. As you can see, she's surrounded.
Poor Rose.
Alas, poor Rose, we knew her well. We also knew Korax well and Tibbles well.
Bellario activated and moved in. That first, then Rose. Now I've got Osric and Nagmar remaining. Osric needs one more. Osric is within an inch of the Dark Crystal.
He is indeed.
Osric is gonna. What he's gonna do, he heals one and gains a power. He is then going to use his passive ability for the first time in this game. So Osric has teleport jump. Osric may use an action to teleport to any location at the cost of 3 power tokens. Remove Osric and place him in the location of your choice if I choose to use this ability. So I'm going to spend his 3 power tokens he's accrued, remove him, and his objective is be the only hero within an inch of the Earth Crystal.
Oh.
So he's just going to go hang out in this corner. He's going to go back to his natural habitat where he belongs.
Back in the swamp.
And that is Osric. That was his action. And he's just going to pass for his second action. He's good. He's not going to do anything else.
Strangely enough, I've got no other.
I've got this strange feeling that Nagmar's now going to charge into Rose and
I'm not
turn her
looking
into
forward to this
a
one.
pulpy paste.
Yeah, I'm not looking forward to
His
it.
cards be the only hero within an inch of the water crystal. So what he's actually going to do, you've got Bramble Armour up. He's just going to double move. And he's just going to go 8 inches and end there. And that's Nagmar
There's the
done.
water crystal, there's
As he
Nagmar.
runs to the crystal.
And this is for game, isn't it? Is it 4-1? Is it
I'm
still
on-
3?
I'm on 3.
Oh, is it still 3?
Osric's next one is to get to Earth and activate there. Nagmar
Oh, it's got to
to
activate,
there.
right, okay, so it's...
So in 2 turns, this could be game.
Rose has got to be in 2 places at once. How are you feeling about that?
Rose needs to be a Tibbles.
Rose needs to be Tibbles, yeah.
And I think that's it, mate.
That's everyone's turn.
yeah.
So let's roll off again.
Okay, let's go for the roll-off.
2.
And that is an 18.
Much better. Bellario's new card is gain 3 power tokens in a single game turn. Ooh, he's... I doesn't know if that's possible this turn. What do you event this turn? The amount of HP that heroes recover from recover actions this turn is doubled. Meaning everyone's going to be real healthy this turn if they want to be.
Rose is pretty good.
Right, we need to. Right, Bellario has taken damage. How much health has he got left, Matt?
He has 8 HP remaining, 8 health.
Okey-dokey.
One very successful attack action that I don't resist could kill him.
Yeah, that's what
It
I'm
is
thinking.
possible. With a move and an attack.
Do you know what?
You
I don't
could
think
take
we've
him
got
down.
many other options, so we will move Rose for her first activation. This could be very, very silly. But we will move her into combat.
She's going into combat with a duelist.
Yeah.
She's
Well,
a priest-
Tibbles did well.
She's a priestess.
Tibbles did well.
Okay.
Oh!
17 plus
That will
what's...
take me up to a 20.
That beats me, I only rolled a 9. You
This-
win.
Well
He's
done.
not doing well, is he, for a duelist? He's getting beaten by priests,
Oh, right. we
cats.
need that 6 to come up
Need
again.
a 6
Or a 5.
or a 5. We got a 6! Again!
If I can,
I love your dice.
can he counter it back to her though?
Belario's on the losing side of attack.
He does.
Oh,
meaning that
no.
you actually take the 9.
Oh, no, we have Bramble Armor.
So Bramble Armor negates it. And that's Rose's activation.
Well, it was close.
He finally
He
lived up
finally
to the
did
name.
something. Look, he finally did something. He's proud of himself.
And that's Rose done.
That's Rose done. I've got no other activations.
So it's all Matt now. All Matt.
Well, I'll activate Osric. Osric will activate. He's the only hero within an inch of the Earth Crystal. He's gaining his victory card, scoring me off my 4th card. I'm 1 away from victory. What does he want to do now? He's got 2 actions. I think he's just gonna move to come.
So he's going to attack.
Yeah, he's gonna move and end up. Yeah, he'll hang out on top of this piece of terrain and just guard this area.
Yeah, how much left you got?
That's him done.
Still you, because he's got nothing else left.
Suppose it is. Bellario, that was you activating. You went first.
Yep.
So I've got both of them.
So you've got Bellario and you've got Nagmar.
Nagmar will move and end there. He naturally heals one when he acts. He's then going to attempt to use Vengeful Blitz. He passes, gaining his second power token at 14, and you now suffer 6 damage as you suffer damage equal to what I've currently received.
And I can resist that, can
You
I?
can resist that, yeah. You can indeed.
So we're after a 16 here. We do not do that.
That is 6 damage and a power token to Rose.
It's not looking good.
He's just going to try again, because he's gained 2 this turn, 1 from the Dark Crystal, 1 from performing his first power. If he makes this roll, I gain a 3rd power token this turn, and I get my 5th victory card.
Wow.
And I make it.
Oh.
And he gains a 3rd power token. That is the 5th victory card. However, just out of curiosity, roll resistance for Rose.
16 again.
Bang on. At least she made the final resistance.
Well, she survived. It wasn't a tabling.
She survived the game. Thank you very much.
Brilliant, mate. Absolutely fantastic game.
So that was Elements of Power. Scott, where can we find you on socials?
On Facebook, Boltstorm.Wargaming community, and we're Boltstorm.Wargaming on Instagram.
And Matt, where can we find you on socials?
elementsofpower.co.uk, head to our website to find out everything to do with the game. And then we are Elements of Power on Instagram, Discord and Facebook.
So there you go. Thank you very much for joining us. I can't get you all in shot. I'm trying. And say goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye, everybody.
Bye-bye. Thank you for joining.